don't have a small business. You don't have a small business. Shut that from the start. You have a healing empire. If you make plushies, healing empire. This is healing me because I get to squeeze it. And even cuter, it's a heart. And I got tingles, right? You got a healing empire, right? Preferably, I'm not gonna say preferably. This is the thing. It needs to be purely about you. The easier way from a money point of view, but the harder way from a spiritual growth point of view is going to be about you versus about making something. Because you might already make stuff, you might already have hobbies and passions, and that's cool, but it's harder to make money off that. Like these products versus like turning it into a online. You can have this as a digital product, yes, and teach people how to do stuff, yes. So if you do like products like this, it needs to be digital too. That's how you make more money. That's how you sleep. And you wake up and you're like, oh, I got money while I slept last night. I'm a fucking baddie, you know, from doing my cute stuff. That's what it is. It's not like, if your cute stuff is like changing the motherfucking world and creating the biggest healing empire you've ever created, yeah, cool, go for it. But you don't have to do that to be like $1 million or a multi-million-dollar healing empire business. So the hard work though is you actually stepping into the light, because one, you're going to have to be on social media to do that, first of all, if you're not already. And then two, it's like charging like way more than you might feel, you know, and like treating yourself that, like seeing yourself that way. I'll tell you this, so I booked a vocal coach, right? Her rate was $60 an hour. And before she like sent me the contract or whatever it's called, I said, baddie, I didn't say baddie, but I was like, hey, can you add some female tax? I contacted her direct, first of all, right? So I was on a website called Preply or something, and it says something like the first lesson was free. I was like, fuck that shit. This is a baddie healing empire. She's gonna be healing me. She deserves to be paid for her services. I'm not doing that shit for free. And so I looked her up because her name was like common enough. Look, if you're neurodivergent, you can fucking find anyone on the internet. You can find anyone. You know you've stalked fucking hundreds of people. You can find anyone. She was very easy to find. And I DM'd her instead on Instagram, and I was like, hey, can we set this like vocal coach? This like might be a good fit. Let me know. Got my first lesson on Thursday. When I said to her, add the female tax, because you know you're charging too less, whatever. She didn't. She just sent me like the regular thing, $60, like we're doing, starting with 2 lessons, $120. And so I sent her $150. Now, it's not like I sent her $300, you know, but I sent her a bit more because she needs, like, you know, I'm like supporting her and she's healing me. And so like, I want to help her feel like I'm not expecting anything more from her. I expect just like her showing up for her because this is her talent, this is her skill, and this is what she's trained for. And whether you are like, have a bachelor degree, whatever, you don't need a fucking degree. Get it out of your head. Get the degree out of your head. Get your special interest in your head. Your special interest has been your fucking guide this whole time to lead you into fucking entrepreneurship and multi-million-dollar business, right? That is what it is. That is what it is. Let's pull the Disney cards first before I've got these other cards, because like it looks like this is going to be a longer reading than I expected. But it's a hot reading because you are fucking richy rich, motherfucking rich. You're a rich baddie. You're an activated Richie. Cutie patootie. Little Pooh Bear. Little Pooh Bear, let's get the coin out. We had Pooh the other day. This is what you see. You're like, who, me? Can you see the face? What do you mean, who, me? Who, me? I can't make money. I'm just like wearing a t-shirt and no underwear. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. People like Pooh. People... You know what I mean, right? People like people that just show up as themselves. And this is the thing, you'll think that you're showing up as yourself, but you're not, even if you are online. And like the more you'll actually show up as yourself, the more rich you'll be, the more money you'll make. And like 1 minute you've like felt, oh, sorry, I'm opening the second one. 1 minute you'd be like, oh, I didn't even feel comfortable charging like $1. And now you're like, baddies who work with me, it's like $3,000, like whatever. Just an example. I'm just saying that like you will change as your perception of yourself changes. That is all it is.